Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Mike Kendrick, and this is Suzanne Lee here with me from MiceChat.com, and we are standing at Galaxy's Edge, and we're hoping to see some characters while we're here.
Other than us.
Yes, other than us. So it's me and Suzanne today because Dusty is getting ready to take a great adventure across to Florida, and he's going to have something quite epic to show us this weekend. So he is going to be taking a look at Universal's new Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida, and we're going to be bringing you lots of coverage from that this weekend, so be sure to stay tuned on Saturday. But in the meantime, Suzanne and I are here, and we're going to show you around and see what's new in the Disneyland Resort. We've got a few things to show you guys today. I'm going to turn this thing around. We'll get walking.
So last Friday, Season of the Force started. That's why we're in here, seeing what's new for that.
First week of Season of the Force. And there's been some new food, some merchandise.
I tried the loaded outpost fries. That's part of Season of the Force, but from Galactic Grill. Those were really good. Fries and crinkle fries and onion rings with pulled pork on top.
That sounds really good.
That was good.
Oh. So it's been kind of weird today. It's one of those days where if you sit in the shade, you're cold. If you're in the sun, you're hot. There's supposed to be some thunderstorms moving in today.
So if it rains on us, we'll definitely go on Dumbo. That's why we're in here, seeing what's new.
Casey, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, so there is a Dumbo on this side?
So today it hasn't been quite as busy this week as other weeks. In fact, we were noticing that the park actually closes a little early today.
Yes, 10 o'clock for Disneyland and 9 o'clock for DCA.
So it's fairly early, especially when we're in the middle of the spring break rush, but I don't know if there's any spring breaks this week. You were mentioning that you didn't think there was.
No, because like last week they had fireworks every day.
Right, and this week there's nothing, right?
Yeah.
But the wait times have still been a little bit up there, I think. Earlier I noticed that Pirates of the Caribbean was at a 60-minute wait. We just walked by Rise of Resistance. That was a 90-minute wait. But it's not awful today. I mean, you would think that for some Season of the Force, we've been here in the land for like what, the last hour, and it's been pretty quiet.
I mean, it's very easy to walk around, unlike the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. Now we did see Luke Skywalker walking around earlier, but we have not seen him.
I see something shiny over there. I can't tell if that's Mando or just a guest.
Oh, that is a guest. I can see the helmet. But we were saying lots of good food. Definitely tried a few things this week. And then the merchandise that they have here in Galaxy's Edge and at World of Disney, and some of those shops around here.
The Death Star popcorn bucket.
The Death Star, yeah. And there's more popcorn buckets coming out in
next week, right?
Next week. Yep. And some merchandise, and then what else do we have coming up?
Is that the 8th that the Tauntauns coming out?
And I believe that kind of coincides with the first night of Star Wars night.
Yes. Disneyland After Dark Star Wars night. The first one is April 8th.
April the 8th.
And then there's one on April 10th, and then you have a break for a little bit.
And the thing is, if you go online, you look at it, there's only one night sold out, still.
Yeah, May the 4th.
We kind of covered that last week. Yeah, May the 4th. and the nights are still open. In fact, you know it's kind of bad when you walk into a bathroom and you see a QR code sitting on the sink that says tickets might still be available for this event.
Bathroom humor.
Bathroom humor.
No joke, that was in the bathroom at the Grand Californian. But yeah, there's 8 nights and only 1 sold out.
Mallory, Chewbacca, he's kind of around everywhere for photos. He walks through the land. Most of the characters here will walk around. They're not really dedicated to one specific spot around here. They just kind of cruise around. Sometimes you'll see Rey and Chewie walking together. We saw last week, we saw Luke Skywalker walking with R2-D2.
Curious thing, we saw Mando earlier this week and he did not have Grogu with him.
No Grogu. And that could be any number of reasons. Although I think we would like to say that it makes sense with the story that Luke Skywalker is supposed to be training Grogu, and maybe someday we'll see Grogu with walking around Skywalker or something.
That would be cool.
I won't get my hopes up, but...
No. But a fun idea.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Rise came down a little bit, 70-minute wait.
Yeah.
But they are using the extended queue. Susan checking in from Needles. She's a little bit of ways away.
That's where Snoopy's brother Spike is from.
So here's the extended queue that's in use right now. You know, there's a comment on here. Season of the Force is great the way it is. No need to buy After Dark event. I think a lot of people are feeling that way, but at the same time, there is some food that is exclusive to Season of the Force. One of which is the, what is it? It's like that garlic cheesy bread, I think, with the burnt ends on it.
Uh-huh.
That sounds really good.
Now, last week you guys got a sneak peek at the foods that were coming and the merchandise that was coming for Disneyland After Dark, but you didn't get to try any of the food?
No.
Too bad.
Coming up to the river just as the Mark Twain is rounding the corner on the other side. Oh, we missed it. But again, the after dark hours, or the after hours parties. I can never get that right. The after dark parties are not quite sold out. And back to the comment of, you know, the Season of the Force, as great as it is, there's definitely some exclusive things. There is some badged items, badged like exclusive shirts with the After Hours logo on it. Yeah.
And some characters that aren't normally in the park.
Right. Princess Amidala, I believe. Or Queen Amidala.
Queen Amidala.
Wow. How did I butcher that one? Queen Amidala.
And Anakin.
And Andrew's absolutely right. They've been getting more expensive. And it feels like you are getting less for more cost. And I think people are starting to see that. Maybe Disney has finally found its limit on pricing for these after hours, for some of these after hours parties, because there's other ones that have happened recently that were sold out.
Sell out, yes.
Right. So, like the Valentine's one.
Yeah, Sweethearts Night.
Sweethearts Nights sold out. And
the 90s Nights like eventually sold out, but they didn't sell out immediately.
Did Oogie Boogie sell out last year?
I think eventually, but it took a long time compared to past years. I mean, they did have more dates last year.
Way more dates.
Yeah. Which was good because, you know, why not have it so that everybody who wants to go can go?
Right. But that's just it. We're paying nearly a full day's admission for a few hours after the park closes.
Yeah, it's a lot to try to cram in 4 hours.
Right.
You have to pick and choose what you want to see, who you want to see, which food you want to try.
Bill's asking if we've seen the Rice Krispies Death Star at the Grand Californian. Actually, Bill, we just came back from the Grand Californian, and it's there. It's huge. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they did a really good job, especially since they had a smaller space to work with than previously.
A little bit busier on this side. This is one of those pinch points that we usually kind of gauge to see how busy the parks get. Last week, we were seeing the queue for New Orleans Station.
I'd never seen that before.
Which we'd never seen before, where there's an extended queue, tape on the ground, everything, out in the middle of the old Magnolia Garden. And then today, I did see the queue extended out from Haunted Mansion, but I don't think that was because it was, you know, over full in the entire queue. I think that was just because they hadn't opened up a part of the queue yet. Brandon, no, Dusty is not here today. He is getting ready to go on a trip to Epic Universe, where he will be covering some preview stuff, and we will be seeing it all weekend. And really, Disney's going to have to pay attention, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, Disneyland Forward got approved, and then we haven't heard anything since.
Right, but Epic Universe, I mean, I think from everything I've seen, they are absolutely upping the theme park game.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
this is
come
going
on.
to be the standard from now on.
Toothless in the parks as an animatronic walkabout. I've seen videos of it here and there. I think that's going to be something that's going to be amazing. We're hearing some really awesome things about, you know, the new land for Harry Potter, and Epic Universe is going to have 5 different lands.
Yes, each of them themed differently. Each an immersive, unique experience.
Okay, here we go. Pirates of the Caribbean queue right now. And this is where you know it's kind of getting busy. But then we're also coming to the time of the evening where people get off work and they still come in. It gets a little bit busier. But Suzanne, you said there were no fireworks show planned for tonight.
There is not.
Is Dusty not here today?
He is not. He's getting ready to, he's traveling to Florida.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since 2012.
Well, you can see him this way. Say hi to him. He's probably watching.
Hi, Dusty. You probably don't remember me, but we met back in 2012 and ate at Big Thunder Ranch Barbecue.
Oh my gosh, that's been gone for a while, hasn't
Well,
it?
like I said, it was a long time ago. They were doing the MiceChat meets at
Oh,
Hub
nice.
still on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And so there was like 20 of us that all went to do it.
You know, we do them quarterly now. We just had one in February, so we should be.
I only get to make it down here like once a year, so
Oh no!
I live up in Oregon. This is my vacation though.
Ooh.
I watched you guys. I got the timer on my phone to to remind me to watch you guys every week.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you, and I'm glad that you caught up with us today.
Well, I've been with MiceChat like 2005 when I was getting the threads.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, keep an eye on the coverage this weekend. So the reason why Dusty's going to Florida is Epic Universe. He's going to go get a preview of the Epic Universe. And I'm telling you, we were just talking about it on the live right now, that Disney's going to have a run for their money right now. They're going to have to learn a few things, possibly.
They did quite a bit to catch up. It seems like their plans. They want to see what there is.
Most definitely, they had to.
Yep.
Anyway, here we're walking by Indy
All
right
right,
now.
thanks for stopping.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip.
Indy is still closed.
Oh, it's closed, ducks.
It's closed. Now earlier, the wait time for Jungle Cruise was at a 60-minute wait, 50-minute wait. It doesn't look horrible right now, but you can see where they had the extended queue set up a little bit.
Well, this still goes all the way back to here.
It does. It's only a 30-minute wait right now. Andrew, I think we were all looking forward to hearing a lot more about Disneyland Forward. But I mean, they announced a few things. Even for here at Disneyland, that have apparently been changed. Seems like put on the back burner, like the Avatar thing.
And the Coco attraction.
Well, I don't think Coco's been.
Encanto, what was it?
I think. Well, no, Coco's just
Coco.
being. The location is going to change.
Yeah.
Or more of a better idea of where it's going to be, I should say. So here, walking to the Adventureland restrooms where that waterfall was. I don't know, could we call it a waterfall? More like a trickling fountain towards the end. But, it was when a pipe burst well over a year ago, probably closer to 2 years.
2 years now.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. Well, today, when you walk by, you can kind of, get a little bit of a peek through the cracks. And today I was able to see that there's some rebar laid in there. So hopefully that means there's going to be some forming pretty soon, and get a better idea of what's going to go in there. I'm really hoping that it's going to be another fountain, another waterfall style thing. You can't pull something that was themed and well known and then put something mediocre in after, but I don't know, it is Disney right now. We'll see. I hope they put something great in. Then we'll go take a walk over here by the castle and take a look. The purple trumpet tree or trumpet flowers are all in bloom. Andrew says, you know what else has been disappointing? The 70th anniversary offerings. It feels like a lot just recycled things from previous years. Yeah, I really hope that this next group of merchandise they bring out, because I think they're bringing out in phases. I hope it's something better. They certainly need to represent all the 7 decades. All 7 decades deserve some recognition. It looks like, so Suzanne and I were noticing the last couple of days that we've been here, that the Snow White wishing well area had been closed in the mornings because they've been working on it, finishing it up. It's been a kind of a progression. They replaced the top of it, then they started working on the decorative work around the wishing well, and it seems like they're finishing that up. We'll go take a look real quick and see where they're at with it. Here's our swans, the topiaries. You know, earlier it was that absolutely clear blue sky, and now clouds are starting to roll in a little bit. Ando says we get mic view walk. I'm guessing it's because you're getting like the tall view of everything
it's
today.
Higher up.
Excuse us. Well.
Oh yeah, they stained the wishing well.
They did.
Yes, it looks great.
Oh, it looks way better now.
Yes.
So what we're talking about is they just kind of finished painting. Oops. Like this speckled granite look that they had to finish up with. Looks good. It actually looks like they're finished with it.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It's like a wide
I
view.
wonder if they need to seal it.
Possibly. But I noticed the fountain's not working on this side. It's kind of rare that we don't see the fountain working over here though. Go check out and see if they've, we'll wait while these folks finish their picture here. They recently just redid this bridge too, didn't they?
Yeah, they had stained it.
Kind of looks like they need to restain it. Excuse us, thank you. I don't think anything has changed over at Pixie Hollow. They keep pushing back the date for it to return. Ando, unfortunately, those fountains have not been working for quite a while now. We really do miss those fountains because they did add a lot to that moat. But this one works. And it looks like the ducks certainly appreciate it. But last week we noticed that there were some additions to Pixie Hollow. They'd put some of the homes back in for some of the ferries. I checked earlier today and there hasn't been anything else added. But there's still that large construction wall back there.
Are those small yellow tree shrubs over there new or no?
No, I don't think so. I think they've been there. I went back to see if they, put that ferry back on the snow
The frozen
bit.
one?
Yeah, and no change there. It sounds like a very slow work in progress. But I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't even look like they've refreshed the photo op area because it still looks all dusty and dirty, but I don't know if that's a intentional thing, but I remember it looking better than that years ago. It looks faded and sun-dried, and they still have some work to do to it. We would go ride the rockets, but it's not raining.
It's not raining. What's the point?
It's not raining, yeah. Ando says not enough pixie dust. You're right.
That's why it's called Pixie Hollow.
Do you know what really needs pixie dust right now? This construction wall right here.
This sad construction wall.
The sad. Well, it's not really even a construction wall. It's the little section that hides all the controls for the Astro Orbiter. But they've had this concept art up for how long now? It's been up for quite a while.
When they took the French fries away?
Years. Yeah. I wonder if that's why they didn't, where it says artist concept only Disney. Like a lot of times they'll put a date there. I wonder if they didn't put a date there intentionally. Let's take a walk down Main Street, see what there is, and then there's some crazy goings-ons in downtown Disney with some construction also that were kind of, I don't know about excited, but it's some crazy goings-ons right now.
It's movement.
It's movement.
The ducks?
With the springtime balloons out. I think we noticed those out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they're the same ones as previous years.
Nothing new, right? Well, I noticed there one thing is not out right this minute. It's the Main Street vehicles.
Main Street vehicles.
In fact, I only saw one horse-drawn trolley today. Sometimes we'll see two of them. And that's usually, when you don't see everything out like this, it's often a sign that it's a little bit of a slower, not exactly a peak day. Today's not the higher price day. Those are usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But even if you remember back to last summer, we had the lower price days, Monday through Thursday, and those days were insanely busy.
Yes.
And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was typically pleasant. Hondo's asking how many balloons it'll take to lift me. A lot more than that guy had. So, Suzanne, which shop was it that the new merch?
Showcase or Emporium, either one.
Okay, Showcase. That's the one up here on the left. We'll go in and take a quick look and see what's there. There was some new merch that came out today for, and it's the, what is the Disneyland, the castle, right?
Oh, Clothiers had that.
Clothiers had it as well.
But I was thinking of the 70th merch.
And okay, we'll go take a look at the 70th. I think,
There's that right at the entrance to Emporium.
let's take a look. Oh, you're talking
The 70th.
yeah. '70th lug bag. And then the tie-dye. And of course, you'll also find a lot of our guides for our merch on Mice Merch. And we do have a guide for some of the 70th stuff. Oh, you know what? We need to go see Tilly's had her costume
Tilly.
change.
It's no longer Women's History Month,
It isn't.
so she has changed from her suffrage outfit.
So if you remember, just last week, She was wearing her suffrage outfit with the
Votes for
women sash. And now she's back to just wearing all white. Yeah, Hondo, those new smaller, the lug bags, those are pretty cool. It's more like, what is it? Would you call it a crossbody?
I don't know what it's called.
All right, so what's the new stuff in here?
I think only Clothiers had
Is it
the
just
castle
Clothiers?
stuff and WAD.
Oh, for certain. World of Disney over downtown Disney does have it. I did see it earlier. Well, let's take a walk that way. They're all waving at somebody.
They're waiting for the characters to come out.
It's a tiny
I feel like this afternoon is just bad timing for us because everywhere we've been where we thought there were going to be characters, we have not seen them. However, they have been out today. I can promise you that because we have seen them out. Wow, look at that line for Main Street Station.
Wow. That is long.
That is long for Main Street Station when the queue is extended out onto the patio. But that just goes to show you it's hit and miss, right? I mean, you walk in.
You can come back 10 minutes later
Like,
and it's empty.
You look here right now, and you'd be like, there's no way it's gonna be crowded in Main Street or Fantasyland. And you walk back there and it is, and then an hour later it's not. And the crowds are here. Oh, the Ando's talking about they should put something up where like on Christmas Tree Point. I'm sure they will.
For the 70th, there will
Yeah.
be something there, yes.
Absolutely, there will be. So they still have this construction. This construction wall will be here for a while. Oop, trying to get out of people's way here. They're still putting in the new gates here. These are typically up for several weeks. And we have this construction wall up here. And we'll continue walking this way. We can exit out that other end. So we can take a look at the Mickey Floral Garden.
Yes, last week it was Minnie Mouse for Women's History Month. And now that that's ended, it's back to Mickey.
Back to Mickey. Looks good too. Sometimes they'll replace the flowers in there.
Like on
And
the sides
on the-
here.
Yeah, right. So if you look on the sides here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. No, not too much, unfortunately. But the flowers, it takes them a little bit to fill in sometimes. And usually it's just a couple of days. But, so this wall was on the other side. And now where that wall was, they have instead some small boxes that look like they're covering up where light poles would go, where light poles had been. And I'm sure they'll be back again because if it's covered up, they're obviously a work in progress. But yeah, Mickey Floral Garden looks really good. Those plants on the side, they'll fill in pretty quick.
He did make it clear. He's like, I'd rather just, Manny, I'd rather just. Okay, what's that? I don't know. I love it.
So speaking of the new gates, they've been working on things with these gates. They were doing some testing on the monorail gates where you actually do the self-tap to get in. Dusty used that last week. Have a good day. Ooh, that one took a moment. I almost ran through that one. Still a work in progress. But they haven't brought that to the main gates yet because that's just that would be a very large undertaking. I think they want a smaller controlled crowd where they can experiment, do the test and adjust phase. Oh, I really hope they do something very special with the Mickey Floral Garden for the 70th. So as we're staying here in the Esplanade, I see the ticket booths, and that made me think about the season pass, or magic keys.
Oh, yes.
They're no longer season passes, they're just magic keys, right? And we just recently checked to see what was still available because if you guys remember, just a few weeks ago, almost all of them were available still.
Yes.
And then just in the last few weeks, it's changed, and it's kind of backwards as it was last year. Last year, the Inspire keys were available the longest, and the lower tier keys sold out first. This time, the Inspire key sold out first, and the lowest tier key is the only one that's available.
Yes, the Enchant.
The Enchant key. A little bit backwards from last year. Yeah, it's cooling off pretty quick as the sun's going down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if we can show people from here. Let's go back this way. Every once in a while, we'll get a chance to show you guys this. Do you know about the hidden Mickey here at the Sunflower?
The hidden Mickey?
Is this a sunflower or is this a poppy? I think this is a poppy, isn't it? I just know it's a flower fountain. But, you know about the hidden Mickey here, Suzanne?
No.
No. Okay. So, let me see if I can focus on it. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Oh, look at that. You might be able to see it. Right in the dead center of my screen, pretty much. That is a hidden Mickey.
And the yellow?
In the yellow. So it's got the square tile, and they put like two small little tiles for the ears.
Is it on the flat part or the top part?
It's on the flat part.
Oh, where all the square
face.
tiles are.
Yep. So let's see if I can point to it. Can I point to it? Nah, my finger covers the screen. But it's right in the middle. It's so tiny. I would imagine that this fountain at some point will probably go away through their process of redoing downtown Disney and just Disneyland Forward as a whole. I remember when World of Disney was all steampunk. I think that is still my favorite version of that store.
Yeah, they had the like a blimp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they had like what, Huey, Dewey, and Louie in there on some contraption.
And the big telescope with the eye in it.
Which almost feels like an homage to what is it? What
Inner
was it?
Space?
Journey to Inner Space.
I did not like that eye on Adventures Through Inner Space.
I kind of remember that ride. They made some changes to some of these windows. Take a look at what they have now. Mickey and Minnie in a teacup. And it's been a long time since they've had this. It's been this way for a few weeks now, but the doors are now open on the middle part of World of Disney. So you can now access the store through the middle doors. You don't have to walk from one end or the other.
So for people who are popcorn bucket collectors, the power line one comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I wonder if we can... I think we'll lose signal if we walk into World of Disney, so it might not be a good idea. But the, speaking of new power, because there's a new power line
Yes,
shirt.
the Goofy movie.
The Goofy movie shirt.
A couple of shirts. The Loungefly that I believe was available at 90s Night is now available readily.
We were taking pictures of some of that stuff this morning. I'm sure we'll be seeing that go up on MiceChat if it's not up already. But photos of some of that new merchandise.
If you needed us to come over and do something,
We've definitely been seeing some movement construction-wise. There's some work. I don't know if we're going to make it quite back that far, but they've done some work at Earl of Sandwich. They're definitely moving forward on that. This morning there was a crane there. They were lifting beams into place.
It seems like they've added a whole second level of beams compared to previous.
Yep. Definitely visual progress happening. The new sweet store. Not always as busy, but it's still fairly popular, I think. What do you think, Suzanne?
Well, it's the same stuff almost that you can get in the park.
Right, with the exception...
Except for their characters that they made up.
And the Werther's caramel popcorn.
Which I don't really see it moving much.
No.
I mean, when I go to Epcot, I have to get it there, but when it's here, I haven't gotten it yet.
I haven't got it.
I'm not interested.
I think I bought a package of it for Lisa for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
But I never tried it. But their caramel popcorn here is good.
This was the excitement this morning.
It was. We stood here for a while.
Waiting for an implosion, but it never happened.
So the old Tortilla Joe's is slowly coming down. And when I mean slowly coming down, I mean rapidly. Not the Hollywood style implosion that you would expect to see. Well, not expect, but hope to see maybe?
Yes.
I don't know. But let's see if we can take a look from over here. If you look through the windows, you can see sky. All the way around. So there's no more roof on this place essentially. And earlier, Suzanne and I were standing on the other side over here watching. There was a worker on a large man lift with a torch cutting the beams. And one of them fell.
On purpose.
On purpose, as you would expect, because they're cutting them with a torch. But it fell down on the floor of the balcony, and we felt it from down here on the ground. So those are some heavy beams. I think we originally thought that They were just going to take the first story, or the second story off. But looking at the building permits and looking at what they're doing, I'm pretty sure that most of it is coming down, with the exception of that tower. I mean, let's take a look here real quick. Is the concept art right here? Well, here's the concept art for the Roadhouse Barbecue.
The concept art's a little further down.
Yeah. So let's go take a look at that real quick, so we can kind of give folks an idea of what exactly we're trying to say. But the Arthur and Sons Steakhouse Steaks and Bourbon kind of gives you the idea that they're going to keep that tower maybe. So it almost looks like it's the same building as we look at it, but if you look at the tower on the left-hand side here, well, you'll see that tower. But it's obviously a single-story building in the picture. And it looks like they're cutting most of this out. But we'll see. So here, are we gonna make it down to Tortilla Joe's? Not Tortilla Joe's, we're at Tortilla Joe's. Well, it used to be Tortilla Joe's. Are we gonna make it down to Earl's Sandwich? I think so. There's also scaffolding on the side that wasn't here this morning. As I was driving up Disneyland Drive, going to the parking structure, they were just starting to put it up. And now it's completely up. So it shows you how quickly that stuff happens. Usually these guys with scaffolding, it goes up within hours. They work very quick on that stuff. Maybe as we walk by the monorail station, we'll see them using the tap feature. What do you know? There's nobody at the monorail station.
Are they open?
It is open. And like we were saying earlier, it's probably why they're doing this test and adjust kind of thing at this station, because it's just not quite as busy as the main gates.
Oh yeah, that guy's doing it himself.
Here comes the monorail.
Huh. He just scanned it and then the gate opened.
Here, we'll stand back here for a moment. But so now they're no longer
members on the other side checking.
They're no longer standing out front. And now you scan, and the scanner for your phone is actually underneath that monitor. If you're not looking right at it, it can be a little bit confusing. But you'll see from back here that she scans underneath that monitor, and the glass doors open up and you walk through. Much simpler process.
That's quicker than when they were testing it last year when I used it. Mm-hmm. You had to line up your face in the screen. Then it had to verify with your existing photo that was you on the screen.
I'm kind of wondering if they've taken a step back and they're just taking it one piece at a time. Maybe they will add the face thing.
The Magic Band's working also.
It is, look at that. Now in Florida, they don't even have this. In Florida, you just walk up to a podium like you do at one of the attractions here and scan your Magic Band
and put your finger.
And your fingerprint, yep.
After they said that was all.
So we got some news this week of some new stores coming into the downtown Disney district. And one of them is going to go pretty much right next to D-Lander, right?
Yes. Nectar Life?
Nectar Life?
Nectar something. The soap place.
But there's definitely been some change on Earl since even this morning, really. I'm halfway expecting to come in tomorrow and see a lot more built on it.
I see a stairway.
Yep, there's a stairway installed.
Because last week it was just the upright beams.
That's all it was last week, was just the upright beams. So they've made some real progress on this very quickly.
And then this is the storefront that Nectar's going into.
Right here, yep. And then I think also
Lululemon is going into part of the old ESPN zone space.
Yep.
And then there's a boba place that's coming in. I don't think it's specified where it's going.
But it's funny because I feel like there has not been very much work on the old ESPN zone building. If you look inside, because that's where they host some of the Imagination Campus stuff. And at night, when you walk past this building, you can see through the scrims, kind of. And you can see the internals of the store, or the internals of the building are still there. In fact, you can still see the giant Imagination Campus sign. I can't tell if it's a large television or like a screen board or what, but it's definitely there. It doesn't look like they've really done much on this building right now. We're not seeing much progress. Every time these scrims come down for weather, we're still seeing the sports players up there. Okay, Suzanne, what else do we have to cover today?
We could pop into Storybook Land Boutique,
I think we should do that.
see
There's
what
some
exclusive merch they have.
Potential news there, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know what's in stock there.
Okay, this is when we talk about crowds change pretty suddenly. There's nobody at that gate. And now there's quite a few more people showing up with an unhappy child.
You can see the scaffolding better from this side.
Brandon, I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. I hope she feels better soon.
Yeah, that's her hobby.
Eric's on. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I can do that. Like maybe
So the Storyland Boutique is a newer store that's opened up in place of Wonderground. They moved Wonderground. And this has been several months. Has it been that long? Several months? It's been several months. They moved Story, but Wonderground got moved quite a while ago. We have to make our way past California Jazz Kitchen first.
Earlier when we were here, there was nobody in that restaurant.
No, it was dead.
Like nobody at
It was
lunchtime.
Empty. But again, you know what? We're coming up on 6 o'clock. People are getting off of work. Take one more look at this Tortilla Joe's. I would expect that building is probably going to be completely gone here in fairly short order. So this was Wonderground, and they moved the dress shop here for a while, right?
Yes.
So it's changed a couple of times.
The hot items when this store initially opened were the
Suzanne,
Japan Disney store stuff.
I think you need that headband.
What are you trying to say?
That your favorite character on Inside Out 2 is anxiety?
Julie.
It's kind of the.
They do have the Japan Disney Baymax Sakura
Didn't mean to knock that window.
items in there.
Let's go take a look. Let's go walk in and see what they have. Oh, there you go. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. And the tote bags in there right now.
Let's take a look. Huge Stitch doll.
Oh, I see.
That's so cool.
In the back, they have Duffy's friend.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Duffy. Wait a minute.
To the right. The doggy. Oh, and they have Olumel as well.
What?
Olumel used to be exclusive to Aulani. The turtle.
Yeah, here, we'll start on this side because there's fewer people here.
Oh, an Olumel lug bag.
There's the log bag.
Is he a shoulder guy?
This is a shoulder buddy. And
Does he have a battery?
It's got the Aulani tag on it. No, that's just the magnetic part. And then they have the plush.
There's a little lunch set.
Yeah, these were always just exclusive to the Aulani.
And Cookie is the dog that they have on the other side of this display.
Look at that. Huh.
Cookie Ann.
Now these are selling out. There's only 3 left of these. I don't know what they have in the back, but there's only 3 left.
Cute.
I like that lug bag. That's kind of cool. But, oh, these are backpacks. Cookie and backpacks.
And then that one's a purse, I guess.
Is that what this is,
The
a
other
purse?
one? I
Oh.
mean, this one.
Like a,
Because it has the
oh wow, look at that.
tie.
Yeah.
This one also has the Aulani tag on it.
And this one's selling out pretty quick as well.
Yes, this whole section is empty.
Wow, look at that. So it's not sticking around for long, apparently. It's just curious that they brought an Aulani exclusive item to downtown Disney. I think it's cool. Obviously, it's very popular. What else do they have here? Ratatouille stuff. Yeah, shoulder buddies. And Suzanne, you were talking about the Big Hero 6 items also.
Oh, those are regular park items,
These are
but
regular park items,
the Baymax around the corner here.
Right here.
Yeah, these 2 items are the Japan ones.
So they are bringing things from other parts of the world. Are both of these from Japan?
Yes.
Okay. And if you guys want to, $44.99 for this bag. And then the plush is also $44.99. I like these new hats. These are new style hats.
Yeah, I like that they have Daisy. You don't really see a lot of Daisy
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And this style hat, they have the Fab 5 in that style, so that's nice too.
She has her own plush now. I still can't get over this Stitch. I like that Stitch.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. You know, I gotta point out the neon. I'm sorry. I like the neon. Neon is always fun. Well, have we seen everything? We've seen a lot of it.
So.
I think we're pretty much out of time. We're we're just at an hour, folks. It's a bit of a walk back to here. Let's go back over here then. It's a bit of a walk back to DCA. There's really not much going on in DCA. There's a new Starbucks tumbler.
One for each park, one for Disneyland, one for Disney, California Adventure, the Starbucks tumblers. And they come with the mystery pin pack. It has 2 pins in it that are based on the design of the outside of the cup.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some barbecue though.
I am too.
I hope this building's gone tomorrow.
You want to see the new barbecue place open by next weekend?
Yes, get on it.
Right? I want to turn this around. There we are. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we're not Dusty, but
nobody is.
Nobody is. He's going to be bringing us some great content, information.
Yeah, be sure to follow MiceChat on Saturday, especially. There's going to be a lot of great new stuff at Epic that he'll preview.
Lots of new stuff. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.